we're hopefully on the final fit test for these boards here. Going to try and get these two side boards in a little bit more, see if there's room to get even, 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch. Got this one in here a little bit further so that looks like that would clear. This one's still not so much. That one's borderline and this one's okay. So a little more pounding to do. All right, I was able to get that other side in just a tiny bit more. I think all those are all clearing over there. Over here, yeah, not so much. So I think I'm going to end up having to just do some cheats and put those other boards in there with the frame bolts and just drill like a little half moon hole on the side of each just to get those to clear. And I have made a final decision, at least about a portion. But you remember this portion here that I've been talking about, that fits underneath that bed runner, whether to keep it or save it. It's actually bowed out here and is pushing against one of the boards and making it go too far that way. So I think we're just going to go ahead and zip that off. Well, I kind of decided I didn't like doing it that way. First couple I was able to just, make a little bit of a slot there. You see like here that one went pretty well. Like that's exactly what I was intending. But over here, not so good. Like you can see this one here is clear on this side, but needs to go more on this side. And there's no really way to brace that against there. This one here, believe it or not, actually is strangely looking good. So I think what we're going to do actually is I'm going to mark these where I want that half moon to go. And then I will just get my little burr attachment and just make like a little half moon on each side. Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot better. Okay, I think that turned out pretty well. Just a lot better than trying to drill through. Just made myself like a little bit of a notch out there, a little half moon, and hopefully that will be enough to accommodate those carriage bolts. All right, it is a few days later. I went ahead and picked up some wood carving bits from the old Amazon. Pretty nice, five bits for $7. A little easier to get through that wood than the metal one, which really is made for metal. But as you can see, I do have everything working now. I have Swiss cheese my wood, and made like little half moons for each of these. Of course, they're in here so tight now I can't get it out with my hand. But yeah, you can see like that. I mean, yes, this is not as how it should be, but if it works, it works. And again, all this is going to be covered by the metal strip when that goes in, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, well, we made a few more half moons, so I've thoroughly Swiss cheesed my wood here, but have got all the bolts in. Was some variation here between them that kind of surprised me. So obviously, since this first gap here with the first and last plank was so tight, makes sense that the second one's going to be wider. Again, that's all going to be covered by the metal strip. But I had some variations even in the middle ones here and had to make some more of those half moons. It's weird. In some cases, like this one here, like these two, that one there, that one was too far that way. Well, this one was too far that way. So I guess that's just accounting for variables of those bed runners that, the holes and how they're fitting in there aren't exactly on. And I think that's why, would drill slightly larger holes and everything and give myself some leeway for when we finally get this all in here. So I think the last thing we do before we pull everything out and stain and varnish it is I do need to drill these side holes. I'm thinking I might go ahead and just drill thin guide holes right here while it's sitting there. I figure if it's braced in there like that, there's less chance of the wood splitting. And then I'll pull them out to the sawhorses and expand them to the correct side. And a couple other fit things that I just have been thinking about is like how these body frame, so you see this one here has that flat, so that's going to sit down eventually all the way flat, whereas these don't. So I'm thinking I might put a little, just burr out a little bit of a extra wide top there, just so that this can sit down there a little more flush. And same thing I think I mentioned with these hole here. This last one for the end strip will go on there. Need to make that hole just a little bit bigger at the top to accommodate the square part of the carriage bolt. All right, so I decided to go ahead and lay in a couple of the metal strips just to test fit and make sure everything goes where it's supposed to go. I'm glad I did. A couple things occurred to me. First of all, I figured that these strips were the same top to bottom, and they're not. So I had them flipped the other way, and this would have actually gone past the end cap piece. So they are different. So I had to flip around and make sure they were going the right way. Kind of loosely laid in the end cap piece, so you can get an idea what that's going to look like with its final fit. And then I knew this, but somehow hadn't clocked it, is in addition to the bed runner rows of bolts, we're also going to have 3 rows of where there are no bed runners. And that's where those big flat washers go underneath and compress the boards together and just kind of give it a little extra fit. So that's 7 there, 7 there, and 7 there. So with my wonky fit, now you can see with the strips on, all gaps are covered and you could never tell that this is not a perfect fit. But because my fit is not perfect, so I'm gonna have to come like in here and do some more of those half moony things to make room. Probably on at least, probably those 2 over there, probably this one here and over there on that side. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Gonna get everything pulled out here, drill those side holes and other stuff. Probably not too interesting, so I don't think I'll bother filming it. But we should be back next time, ready to start talking about stains and varnishes and maybe something else. Stay tuned, and please hit that subscribe button. We really do appreciate it. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching.